Governors are handicapped. Soludo finally accept defeat on BRGIE Monday sit-at-home civil disobedience. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 15th of March 2024, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because this very news is very, very important for you to know about it, and that is the reason why I'm doing the needful this very moment. You see, it is no longer a breaking news. We all understand that the sit-at-home is hitting them so hard. We also understand that the sit-at-home exercise has crashed the so-called economy of the zoo, not just economy of these criminals in the south, but the entire zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Now, after the founder of Boko Haram came to the east and said that southeast is the engine house, is the power, the economic power of the zoo, that if they could fix southeast, then they will fix Nigeria economy. The deputy president said it, Kashim Shettima, the man who founded Boko Haram terrorists. So he said it, they all heard it, we heard it. Now, since then, Soludo has been crying, and he has come out to make this very comment. So as you can see on your screen, this is from Daily Post Nigeria, of course, one of the zoo Gota media outlets. They said, insecurity. Monday sit-at-home defies Anambra government's effort. Monday sit-at-home defies Anambra state government's effort. This is from Chukwuma Soludo. So those who said that it is only a fool that will keep on doing one thing and expect different results, you must gather here. You have to gather here. In case you did not hear, Kashim Shettima said it. Let me remind you once again. He said that any day they fix southeast, they will fix the economy of the zoo. Kashim Shettima, who happens to be the so-called, vice president, said it. Not quite long ago, just a couple of days ago when he came to the East. The Anambra State Governor, Prof. Chukwuma Soludo, will clock 2 years in office on 17th March 2024. Within the 2 years, security has remained his biggest headache. The challenge preceded him in office as the activities of government using secession as a cover started during the second term of his predecessor, Chief Willie Obiano. And let me say that, according to what they said here, because what I'm reading is from the Soludo's office, they were all there. This idiot called Soludo has been answering professor. He was a so-called professor when Willie Obiano was using the zoo terrorist army to massacre innocent Biafrans in Onitsha, Mpo, and every other place in Anambra State. This Soludo you are seeing on your screen has been there. He was also a human being and a grown-up when the useless man that they used to truncate the effort of Biafra for the liberation of Biafra, the man they called P2B, this idiot called Soludo was a grown-up when P2B murdered innocent Biafrans and thrown their body in a zoo river. This idiot was a human being then. Now, they didn't say anything. All of them, they kept shut. You are not aware that those murderous tendencies of your predecessors are what have, aggravated the injury of this current generation that you have today. all those inhuman treatment, illegal abduction, and the imprisonment without trial against the indigenous people in Anambra State in the name of, fighting against Biafra. You imprison them without trial because you want to fight against Biafra. You want to please the Fulani Caliphate. You want to dehumanize them. You want to destroy them. You don't want to hear that name again, Biafra. You massacre your own people. You throw their body in a Zoo River. And this one called Obiano used the Zoo Janjaweed military to destroy them. And you, Soludo, you were there watching. And you were already a big man then as a professor, even as the governor of Central Bank of the Zoo under Obasanjo. You were there. You have all been there. Now, it is your turn as the governor of Anambra State. You are crying foul that the challenge preceded him in office as the activities of government using secession as a cover started during the second term of his predecessor, Chief Willie Obiano. People who were agitating as a non-violent, armless, and a very genuine and peaceful movement or organization like IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All of you incriminated all of them, jailed them without trial, massacred many of them, thrown them in a Zoo River, and today, all those inhuman treatment you meted against us. We have said, for how long should you continue doing this? For how long should we keep quiet while our people are being murdered in cold blood? We say no. We have to fight for our right. We have to defend ourselves. And then we picked up arms. Today they are crying. And this very dragon flag that has been raised can never ever come down again until the total liberation of Biafra land. I can assure you. Go and mark it somewhere. Go and mark it somewhere. Mwokoko. And Zugeria is dead and buried in Biafra. In 2020, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, introduced the Monday sit at home, not in 2020, it was in 2021, an exercise which was meant to be a civil disobedience to protest the arrest and rendition of its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. The exercise has crippled the economy of the Southeast. The exercise has crippled the economy of Southeast. And you think when the economy of Southeast is crippled, then the economy of the zoo called Nigeria will be booming. You must be joking. You are the biggest joke of the century. With many well-meaning people of the zone begging for an end to it. It will never end. As long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still there, as long as Biafra is not yet fully restored, it will never end. In fact, we are adding Friday to this Monday sit at home. Very, very soon, the Prime Minister is going to announce it and make it official. This led the group to call off the exercise in 2021. Which group are you talking about? Which group? People who sold out the struggle, sold out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the enemies, sold out Eastern Security Network, an armed wing of IPOB meant to defend our land, especially against terrorists from Sahel, but those uniform and the Rakta Fulani terrorists. You sold it to the same governors who are answerable to the north. They have no power to call off sit at home. They have no power to call off the exercise that has been adopted, accepted, and agreed by the people. Now, but a splinter group of secessionists led by Finland-based separatist leader Simon Ekpa insisted on enforcing the exercise. Of course. 3 years after IPOB called off the exercise, the entire Southeast zone has continued to remain a shadow of itself every Monday. Soludo has come out of its shell. The Anambra state government has come out of its shell. No longer hiding. They're no longer hiding because they know that propaganda has failed them. Now they have come out to tell you, 3 years after IPOB called off the exercise. 3 years after the so-called IP, when they say IPOB, they're talking about DOS criminals, called off the exercise. The entire the entire southeast zone, they said the entire, no place is excluded. The entire southeast zone has continued to remain a shadow of itself every Monday, as most parts of the zone, especially the hinterland, failed to open for businesses. In Anambra, most schools, banks, and other businesses still do not operate on Mondays. While markets that open as a result of government orders rarely have traders coming out. Why would you have traders coming out? Those traders, do they tell you that they are fools? They know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still there, and they also know that Biafra is yet to be declared. Now, meanwhile, security agencies in the state have intensified efforts to secure residents on Mondays from dissidents who may want to molest them, while also assuring them of their safety. Who is the boss, or who are the bosses of these so-called security agents that you are talking about? Do you know the name of the police commissioner in Anambra State? His name is not Ikechukwu. His name is not Chibueze. His name is not Chukwuebuka. Go and ask for his name, and let me know how somebody who hates you with passion will be the one to secure you. Stupid people. Do you know the name of the military commander in Mami Barracks in Onitsha there? Do you know the name of the man of the commander GOC? Do you know the name of GOC in the 82 Division Enugu, which happens to be the biggest barracks in the entire southeast? Do you know the name of the man? Go and ask for his name. His name is not Chukwuebuka. His name is not Ogen. Go and check for his name. His name is not Mazi Okonkwo. Hassan Ibrahim Al-Hamadu and all of them will come and assure an Igbo man protection after massacring over 5 million of them between 1967 to 1970. You are nothing but a coward. You think we can just forget you? Oh, you think you can brainwash us? No, we have gone beyond that. They say on the part of the state governor, the state government has constantly made announcements in the state government-owned radio station, Anambra State Broadcasting Service (ABS), begging people, Bambiala, begging people to open their businesses Mondays. Last Monday, the Commissioner of Police in Anambra State, CP Aderemi Adeoye, Enuga Fayana, and this one is just the new one. The former one there was Ibrahim. In an attempt to boost the confidence of the people, visited Onitsha to assess the security deployment and level of compliance. There is no compliance. Okoko, there is no compliance. I'm sorry. He also interacted with shuttle drivers flying up Iweka Road to find out their challenges in returning to business on Monday's story. The commissioner, who spoke with journalists after the exercise, revealed that the Anambra State government has lifted curfew in Nnewi, Onitsha, and Obaru. Governor Soludo had, in the wake of regular attacks in the state, placed curfew in some local government areas, restricting tricycles, shuttle buses, and motorcycles from operating in the affected areas. But Adoye, revealing the lifting of the curfew imposed by the state government, urged them to be law-abiding, vigilant, and promptly report acts of crime to the nearest police station or call the command's control room. Which nearest police station? You are talking about a terrorist camp, not a police station. There is no any police station belonging to the zoo in Biafra territory. They are all terrorist camps. He said, doing this shows the act of patriotism to the nation, and in return, your safety is our responsibility. Adeoye said, you are a mumu man. You are a mumu man. You be mumu. So you want a Biafran man to show an act of patriotism to the zoo. You are a mumu man. You be mumu. They say police is not the only security agency in the state working to restore normalcy on Mondays. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) in Anambra State recently deployed its personnel to protect residents and critical infrastructure on Mondays. Oh, only on Mondays. You will continue protecting them. Very soon you are going to add Friday. The state commandant Olatunde Maku. Why? Imagine ordinary civil defense. Ordinary civil defense. An Igbo man can never be the commander. Ordinary civil defense in Anambra State. Anambra that we all claim to be the heart of Igbo. The elder brother of Igbo nation. Ordinary civil defense. Igbo man cannot lead. Chai! Alomelo. The state commandant Olatunde Maku stated that the deployment was aimed at safeguarding lives, property, and critical national assets across the state. In the deployment, operatives were dispatched to banks, markets, parks, and select schools. Maku said, "It is to build confidence for a seamless return to business on Mondays across the state, just the play, and assure the public that NSCDC, in synergy with other security agencies, have occupied the public space to send strong signals to misguided elements that it will not be business as usual because the command will deny them any opportunity to perpetuate crime in the state." Just the play. Among all this nonsense you are talking about, the people are not fools. The people are not cowards. They know the cause of sit at home. They know the meaning of sit at home. They know when sit at home started. This Monday sit at home. They know when it all started. And they know why we are doing it. And the reason why we are doing it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu first, and then Biafra restoration. So these two things, the people you are talking to cherish these two things more than every other thing you can promise them. Get that into your empty skull. Get it into your empty skull. Because of sit at home, the reason why we are doing sit at home is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the restoration of Biafra. So these two things are things that we hold so dearly in our hearts. Yes. So you can't, no matter your useless assurances and all that, you can't twist it. You can't change our mind because we hold these two things so dearly to our hearts. So my people, this is too many, and I don't have to continue reading because of my time. If you want me to continue, if you want me to finish this news from Anambra State government, kindly indicate in the comment section. If you want me to finish it, then that means I will make a second broadcast to finish it, which is going to be the part 2. If you want me to finish it, if I get over 50 comments that ask me to continue, then you will be rest assured to get the second part of this very broadcast. Thank you, my people. To Salo Numozia and make it go viral.